We're going to look at the very interesting chart of James Comey, who was the head of the FBI, born December 14, 1960 at 4:05 a.m. in Yonkers, New York. And if you looked at the sun when he was born, the where the what what was happening when he was born, if you look to the east, you would see the constellation associated with Libra rising at 20 degrees, and that becomes the most effective point of every house. Libra's a movable air sign, driven, very diplomatic, but can also be indecisive and impatient. Um, we're going to look at how the planets are operating in his chart, and then we'll look at when they're operating in his chart. So his sun is at 29 degrees. Sun is the inner circle is where the planets were when he was born, and the outer circle is where the planets are today. So we can look at the mini birth chart right here. So Sun is ruling the house of income, and it's in the house of recognition. So he gets income through his recognition, and Sun is leadership. So he gets income through leadership, and Sun is also government, in government. Moon is at 4 degrees. It is ruling the house of career. It's in the first house. So again, gives him very strong ability to work with the public in a government position. Mars is at 21 degrees, and it's close to the most effective point, so that makes it very strong. It's a very strong planet for him. It gives him a lot of drive and ambition, and it is ruling the house of partnerships. So, and it's in this house of good fortune. So he has good fortune through partnerships in government. Mercury is at 21 degrees, also close to the most effective point. But in this chart, for Libras, any sign that is ruling the 6th, the 8th, or the 12th house, the ruler of that sign becomes a functional malefic. So you see the 12th house has the sign of Virgo, ruled by Mercury. So Mercury becomes functional malefic for him. Now, it did give him the ability to write about secrets and private things in his from his diaries. And it gave him good, strong communication skills. But they also have their times where it creates conflict, and a lot of people attribute, his political statements to influence the election. Jupiter is rising at 16 degrees. It's close to the most effective point, very strong, giving him good communication and writing skills. Venus is at 11 degrees. It is ruling the house of his first house of self. So it's his rising sign ruler, and gives him, it's placed in this house of family, so gives him happiness through family, a strong wife, and then Jupiter, being strong, gave him children and as well. Saturn is ruling the house of education, investments. He has very good investments, said to make a lot of money from a hedge fund. I think he was in a hedge fund manager at some point. And it is placed in the house of communication and success. So gave him a lot of leadership skills as well. Rahu and Ketu, they're placed in the 6th house and the house of income. Give strong desire for income and K2 being here gives some strong moral integrity principles. So if we look at when he was actually fired, that's May 19th, 2017. He was in a Mercury main period and sub period. Mercury, remember, is his functional malefic planet, and it is it's moving through the house of partnership, so can create in relationships, so create stress in his relationships. Sun and Mars, Sun representing his leadership abilities, and Mars representing his partnerships in government, are transiting the house of death-like experiences, transformations, vulnerability. So that could have definitely had something to do with his firing at that period. And Sun and Mars, Rahu is afflicting Saturn. So Rahu is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses away, and they're within 5 degrees of each other. That has strong impact. So again, Saturn is his leadership, and being afflicted by Rahu can cause unexpected events like a firing. So these are pretty much the details for James Comey. If you'd like a reading, you can contact me at vastucreations.com for an Vedic astrology reading. Or if you would like to take Vedic astrology classes and become certified, you can go to American Institute of Vastu.com and sign up for the transformational Vedic astrology there. For James Comey, it would be good for him not to wear green, because green is we don't want to strengthen Mercury. But it would be good to strengthen Sun, because it's weak in old age, and Moon because it's weak in adolescence, with Kavash containing the planetary yantra for Sun and Moon. Now, Saturn also is actually strong, so we don't need to strengthen that, but this would help him a lot.